So all goals 46, Keighley Cougars 22. Lee, you must be delighted after that.
Yeah, it's not a bad scoreline, that, is it? At 22 all, it was looking a bit ropey, but the way the lads have finished there in that last sort of 20 minutes, you really can't fault it, and it's a pretty comprehensive scoreline, that as well. So that's probably the biggest and best win we've had since I've been here. We spoke a lot about the differences in the squad this year, and I think that could have gone the other way last year. In fact, it probably would have done. But there's a different bit of mentality around the players this time, and we were looking very strong. And I think if it had just carried on going, we'd have just carried on scoring more and more. They were looking really strong at the end. So really, really pleasing, and it just shows again that the things we've been doing in pre-season have worked. What we did were right. So we're going to Doncaster next week, and we go there looking to win.
Was the most pleasing thing, I mean, we've beaten a great side in the division, one of the best sides probably in the division, but was the most pleasing thing for you when we were 22-10 up and looking in control, and then 5 minutes later it's 22 all? The heads didn't seem to drop. It was concentration, and then we got straight back on the front foot.
Yeah, there were a patch there for 10 minutes where they were totally dominant, and that's where they got back into it and got the scores level, and we just sort of reassessed, and we got the message on just to compose ourselves and go back to what we were doing and what we're good at, which is being dominant in defence and sort of winning the ruck and winning the tackles, and we got back to doing that, and then all of a sudden the game became a little bit easier for us, and they struggled, they made mistakes, and probably forced the pass a little bit too much, but that was obviously a pleasing aspect once it gets level and they come back, and we look like we're on the ropes a little bit. Obviously the attitude was really pleasing, but I really liked that we totally handled their threats, to be honest. We've got a couple of big threats in there that have been having it all their own way in the last few games, and we looked at that on video and we really rattled them, I think. What are usually their big players probably weren't noticeable today, so a really, really big effort. We were disappointed last week, to be honest. Yeah, it was a good effort, but we're not here just to get pats on the back for effort. We want to win games, and we didn't feel we quite did ourselves justice last week. So we wanted today to put ourselves in a position to win, but then we wanted to go on and win it, and we've done that today.
One of the best individual performances you could wish to see from Mo Agoro today. He scored 3 tries, but probably the key moment when he's chasing back and he makes that tackle on halfway to stop the Keighley break, and what a huge moment that was in the game. He
knew he'd messed up on the kick chase, that's why. So he worked. He worked back, and he redeemed himself from the kick chase. That's what we've got. You know, if one lad makes a mistake, another lad's there ready to work for him, and we've got a full squad doing that for each other. And when you've got that, it can take you quite far. But his finishes were outstanding. I don't know how he scored the last one, to be honest, in the corner. He's a strong thing, and if you get him one-on-one or in a bit of space, then he takes some stopping. And he's getting a bit more ball this year. Obviously, with Phil Calburn in your centre, you're going to get a pass and you're going to get some decent balls. So as a winger, you'd want Phil in your centre, and he's going to give you opportunities, and Mo's finished them today really well.
I've noticed the few games to start the season, the outside backs are doing a lot of carries early on in the sets. Was that something you spoke about before the season started, to give the big forward pack a breather?
A little bit of that. Obviously we're asking the forwards and the middle people to work really hard in defence, and then obviously the reward there is the other team won't make as many metres, and the outside backs will then repay that by getting in early and giving those guys sort of 2 plays off at the start. But it suits the game. I mean, Chris Barlow and Mo, obviously big strong guys, and getting them in there, they're hard to handle, certainly for their forwards that have been working hard as well. So when you've got those 2 coming at you, Brad Kislingbury as well coming in the mix, you know, they're quite big boys and they're hard to handle themselves, so it suits what we've got, our personnel, and it's working for us.
The 4 players who came off the bench today, they all made an impact as well. That must be really pleasing.
Yeah, I mean, we still haven't got over the effects of the bug. Obviously we're missing 3 outside backs last week, and today we're missing Mal and Jordan, who have been really good for us, so we had to have a quick reshuffle. Obviously Danny Fallon's come on for his first game of the year on the bench. Obviously didn't get on right until the end, but he made a decent contribution, and Kadeem Way was waiting in the wings as well. He come in the back row and had a good contribution as well. So I thought Harrison had his best game of the season. He'd been a little bit off on the last 2 games, so just had a reshuffle and put him on the bench there to try and get some form out of him, and he's repaid that there. And also James Walter as well. So you can go through the 117 if you want, but a really massive team effort, and that's what we're about this year. We're not about individuals, and they've all put an absolute shift in there.
Go into Doncaster now in good spirits and full of confidence.
We wouldn't anyway. We're going in every single week wanting to win, and we'll be disappointed if we don't. We're not just going in there to run them close and be competitive. We'll, as I always do, I'll put a game plan in place and I'll be confident going in. But what the difference is, I think the players are going in now with that belief that we're going to win. They're getting behind what we're doing, and they can see that what we're doing is working as well. So, you know, it's a really good start to the season. Last week was a bit of a blip, and we could and should have won it, but we've learned from it. We've come back today, and we've really kicked on in the last 20 minutes there. We'll go into next week in really good spirits now.